Hey guys, welcome to our first episode of Tomes of the Chaos Bard. A little note at the beginning, in our next 3 episodes, there will be some distortion in our audio. I had technical difficulties, and it's something that we found after recording, so yeah, it kind of sucks, but we got it fixed. We bought a new computer, and so we shouldn't have any more of those problems. So, without further ado, I give you Tomes of the Chaos Bard. You are listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Why are we up here on top of this cliff? It's too cold and there is no shelter or enough burnables for a fire. Solemn, what are we waiting for?
I'm too excited to be cold. Besides, that's why you are my fiery feathered friend. To keep me nice and warm. And we are waiting for our last hero to arrive. She should be here soon. A new band of heroes is about to meet. This is how every adventure starts.
I disagree. There are many ways for a story to begin. For example...
That's how every adventure story should start. It starts with a meeting.
Welcome to the Tomes of the Chaos Bard. I'm DM Dave. We're going to be doing our my homebrew world of Keleth, and here to help me tell my story, we have to my left.
I'm Abby. I'm DM Dave's wife. I play Henley Thornton, a human ranger.
I am Elsie. I am Abby's sister, and I play Budro. He is a cleric, but in this world, he is called a shaman.
A dwarf, right?
I am a dwarf. Sorry, I am a dwarf.
My name is Becky. I play a multiple personality character, Lila, Softfox, and Garatha Firestone. And they are a mix between forest gnome and a half-orc, half-dwarf character.
Lots of fun in that
Lots
world.
of fun.
And she's a barbarian.
And I'm a barbarian.
My name's Evan. I will be playing a character named Roscoe Thorngate. He is a halfling fighter, and he hates potatoes.
Excellent.
Throwing it out there now.
Okay. My name is Zeb. I am going to play a wood elf bard, and his name is Fenrir.
Fenrir. Awesome. Well, that's us. And so, I guess we'll get started. It is mid-morning. Spring is just around the corner. There is still a bitter chill in the air, but it is getting warmer. However, deep in the Glockquest canyons, it is still freezing. Down the Crimson Pass, the main path into the canyons, more specifically to Hayden's Hollow, an old mining town that has been used as a refugee camp for those who have lost their homes from the raid of the Trigroven, the rising goblinoid power in the north. Hayden's Hollow is recovering from a brutal and ill-prepared winter stay, but together they were able to make it through. Since spring is coming, many preparations have been made to reopen the mines that were deserted many years ago. Churches are being carved out of the canyon walls. Supplies is being gathered to prepare to plant crops on the fertile plateau above. Because of the winter, no one has made the journey to Hayden's Hollow. However, a visitor is on her way. She tries to stick to the sunny spots to keep warm. It has been 6 months since she has been here last. As she enters the clearing, she sees the wooden gates of the hollow. There have been many attempts of repair, but still need some work. She notices the gates are open and guarded by an attentive halfling, clothed in mismatched armor, pacing back and forth, keeping warm, and sipping a hot beverage. This halfling notices the rangers and waves politely. So
I will go up to the halfling. Hi.
Oh, hello. What's your business?
I came to see if the hollow needed some more help. Specifically, I want to talk to Bellerin.
Oh, do you know her?
Yes. I'm Henley. I was here with the other rangers.
Oh, okay.
6
Sorry.
months ago, I think. Yeah.
I'm still new here. I don't know a lot of the people that have been here. Well, you go on in if you know your way
you know
around town,
where-
right?
Do you know where Bellerin is?
Yes, she's just gonna be inside in the main building there. I'm sure, just doing businessy stuff.
Is it Bellerin a dwarf man? Boy? Male?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I didn't know. Anyway. Yeah, I will go look there.
Yes,
Good luck.
you would know that he was located in Dale's old office. That's
Right.
kind of been where he's been stationed.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have known that.
Okay, I will go talk to him.
Perfect. So you continue, Roscoe, you continue your pace back and forth. Henley, you walk in and things are a lot more organized than they were before. You remember things being very disarrayed last time you were here. People are starting to wake up, starting to move around, and you do see Dale's old office, which is now Bellerin's place and you actually see him heading to the office right now.
Oh, Bellerin. It's me, Henley.
Oh, lass, you're back. I didn't realize you were coming.
Yeah, Glendale didn't need my help so much anymore, and my family said I should come here for a little more direction. So, I'm here. What do you need me to do?
Oh, well, we got quite a few places. We need all the help we can get. Actually, I'm busy right now, but if you come back in about 2 hours, we will have a council meeting that we're getting together that we have once a week to make sure everything's going according to plan. So you can spend your time over, you remember the ranger station, of course.
Yeah, I do.
That is now a tavern. You can go there and he'll feed you and he'll take care of you and entertain you for a little bit.
All right, I'll head to there. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you head over to the old ranger station that now has a sign in front of it that says the Crimson Cavern Tavern.
Fitting name. I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You see a wood elf over in the corner. Kind of has a bunch of papers and books around him. You see him. Is that what you're going to go with? Oh, please do.
For those of you listening, that's what he's shaking his head no.
Okay. But you got that going on in the corner. And behind kind of a stationary bar type idea, you see this large human man. He's as big as he is tall. He's like 6'8", and he's like 500 pounds. Like, he's a big boy. And he looks at you and he's like, welcome, come on in. How may I help you?
Hi. I'm Henley. And Bellerin sent me over. He said you would feed me and entertain me until the council meeting started?
I really don't do the entertaining. It's the bard there over there, Fenrir. He's actually pretty good. He's got so many good stories. That's just great. But yes, I do have some. Let's see, what do we have around here? I do have some dried salted pork. I mean, we do have a little shortage on food, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
I don't need much.
Well, I do have some dried fruit if you want some.
Yes, please.
Okay, here, on the house.
Thank you. So I will grab my thing of fruit, and then I'll go sit next to Fenrir. Like, not super close, but so that I'm not, like, eating over his papers. I'm going to go over and say, hi, Fenrir.
Hello.
What are you doing? You got a lot of papers and things.
Well, I really like to study and I really like to read, and I have trying to come up with a lot of different stories and things that I like to tell. And this paper here is about a long lost medallion that says that the finder of this medallion can become immortal. This story here talks about how a story in an ancient land of three of a dwarf, an elf, and a ranger, and a bunch of other these stories and things that we'll get to that you'll be able to hear as we move along, and as you spend time in this tavern. I'm sure we'll get to a lot of them.
So you're studying for your performance tonight?
Yes. I was unaware I had a performance tonight, but
Oh,
yes.
I don't know when yet. Bellerin said that you would entertain here.
Oh, yes. Yep, I have my viol here that I really like to play, as well as, these stories that I try to intermix and tell. So yes, I believe I will be on after the council meeting.
Oh,
Perfect.
awesome.
So you kind of banter back and forth. We are now going to go to the healer's hut. In the healer's hut, there is this little gnome sitting in a hammock swinging back and forth. And right underneath him is another hammock swinging back and forth. And that's where our dwarf is sleeping soundly, Boudreaux. Boudreaux, you're snoring again.
No, what? Not yet. What?
Well, it is time to wake up.
Oh, no.
Goodness. Yeah.
He stretches, and then he rolls out, lands on his hands, and then he gets up. And what are we doing today?
Well, we are running low on those ration potions. We need to start making some of those. So let's go to our lab, and let's go start making some of those.
Oh, I like that idea. That's a good idea. Let's go.
So Willow, you of course know where their little setup is. So you're in your room, you walk out, and it's kind of very similar setup to like a tavern, the healer's hut, and it has a bar thing, and that's where he has a bunch of little heating stations to heat and keep pots warm and cooking the potions. And he starts gathering a bunch of stuff, and he's like, we are out of kale.
You do that every time.
I know. It just tastes so good sometimes. Will you run down to Colin and see if he has some? I'm sure he has an abundance because he never eats his vegetables.
That makes sense.
So will you run down there and see if he has any extra?
Yeah. All right. But this time when I bring them back, you better not eat them again.
I promise.
All right. I'll be back.
Okay. So you head out, and the tavern is just right across the road. So you go up there and you open it up, and you see there's a new person in there. You recognize Colin. You recognize Fenrir. You're pretty good buds with both of them. But there's a new face in there.
No, girl, who are you? Yeah. He comes and sits down next to you.
Hi. I'm Henley.
You're new around here, Henley. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm new. But I was here about 6 months ago with
Oh.
the other rangers that were here.
I know they've been here about like 4 months, yeah. So, yeah.
I just imagine
Yeah.
Henley like slightly scooting over as far as she can.
He does smell slightly. I mean, just like a sweat.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, yeah. And he puts out his hand to shake.
I'll shake your hand.
No, both
Oh
hands.
yeah, he shakes you up and down.
Uh,
Well, it's nice to meet you. I hope I see you around later, eh? He winks.
I'm sure I'll see you around.
Well, all right. I'll be back. And I go up to Colin.
Oh, how are you, my dwarven friend?
Oh, buddy. You know what I got to get from you?
Oh, what do you gotta get from me?
Guess.
Salted pork.
No, but I come for that later tonight.
Ah, of course. Hopefully we get another shipment of stuff. But what is it that you need?
It would, let me think for one moment. No, I think it would kale.
Oh, yeah, you can take all of it. None of my customers really like that stuff.
That makes sense. That tastes weird. It needs some seasoning, but that all right. Thank you. I take some.
All right, here. He brings out a big jar of it, and it's still stacked to the brim, just like you gave it to him earlier.
Hold on. Kale comes in a jar. Okay.
It's dried. Okay, so you're heading back to Willow's place. You guys sit there and you guys make sure. It takes probably an hour or two to make this stuff. You're able to make at least 30 of these potions. These potions are being made to help supplement the lack of food that's around. They're very similar to, it's a concoction that Rochelle created. Rochelle is the cleric here, and she created them to help with the lack of food. It gives them enough energy and substance to last the whole day, but it doesn't taste good.
Okay.
But it does sustain you the whole day.
Okay.
One little potion can go a long way. A little dab will do ya.
That's what we do.
All I can think
That's
of
what you
is
do.
like in Lord of the Rings when Legolas like bites the elven bread. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, fills him in for a whole day. How many have you had? 4.
One little bite. Yeah, very similar. It's been about an hour, and we come to Garafa and Lila. You guys start making your way down towards Hayden's Hollow with the cart behind you of the ore that you're able to bring down from the mines that they're trying to excavate out.
Okay.
So you're escorting them with your group, and you approach Roscoe.
Well, hi there, Roscoe. How are you doing now?
Oh, just another day, guarding the gate.
And how's that going for you? Anything spicy? Anything good happening today?
Some new ranger walked in. Said she was here a while ago. I don't know. She went to check in with the boss man.
Well, that sounds exciting there. But however, me and my crew here looks like we got some good ores to take back in here to help out with everything going on.
Well, let me get out of your way, and you guys can go on in.
All right, we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. So you walk on past with the cart, and with there's not really any oxen, so they're kind of laboring to bring it down out of the canyon. They're exhausted because, of course, you have some iron. Not a lot of iron because things are going slow. They're still trying to clear out the mines from rust monsters and a few other things. But you're able to come in, and Bellerin wanted you to report when you came back with the ore.
Okay, so
The ore's getting dropped off at the blacksmiths.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna have probably I'm trying to think about who would probably be carrying the most. They're all gonna go, but I think I'm gonna put in the group that came with me probably the Dragonborn Iris in charge of making sure that that gets over there okay.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and head over to see the boss man.
Okay. You walk over to his office area. You knock. Come on in.
Well, hi there, Sugar. How you doing?
Oh, lass, you're back. How much iron did we get?
Oh, not as much as we wanted to, for sure, but we got some. The crew right now is taking it over to the blacksmith shop, just as you told us to. We didn't have a whole lot of worry there.
Perfect. You didn't have any problems with the gnolls?
No gnolls that we saw.
Oh, good. Hopefully those attacks will die down.
Hopefully. We heard a little bit there, but we didn't see anything.
Good. Was the travel hard at all? Was the snow seem to be melting quite a bit?
It seemed to be melting okay. We've got a little bit of rain wash off that because of it. And I think the next trip down might be a little bit harder just because of that melt, but we should be fine.
Well, hopefully our crew can make a good path up to those mines. It is a ways away, but we can't really live in those environments to be close to there.
Oh, completely understandable. Was there anything else you needed from me, Sugar?
As of right now, no. It looks like Roscoe's about done with his shift.
Oh, Roscoe. I like that little boy.
So yeah, tell him that his shift is done and his replacement should be there soon.
Do you want me to go do that now, or do you want me to wait till the replacement's actually there? Because you know him and those rules.
That's true. Yeah, go talk to Ricardo. He should be probably sleeping around the tavern somewhere where he's normally to be found.
Hopefully doesn't reek of that place still. But yeah, I'll go get him for you, Sugar. No worries.
All right, thank you. So yeah, head down to the
off.
tavern. You find him in his same place that you always find him.
Is he drunk or is he sober?
He's sober.
Okay.
Like he's one of those guys that can drink. I mean, there's not a lot to drink here in Hayden's Hollow because of supplies, but he sobers up pretty quick. He's a halfling. He can sober up pretty quick. But he's in his same thing, snuggled in some hay down there.
Look at that cute little thing right there. I'm gonna kick his boot.
Yes? Oh, Lila.
Hello there.
How are you?
Oh, honey, I wish you wouldn't do that in front of a lady.
Oh, excuse me. He turns around and finishes. Yes. Yes?
Boss man says it's time for your shift up at the gate.
Oh, can't. I told Roscoe he could take mine.
Roscoe's been up there all day. You go on now and you get your butt up there.
Oh, fine. Okay. So he goes and he grabs like his little short sword and he starts wandering up there, kind of tugging on his pants, getting them situated, putting on his suspenders, and heads up to Roscoe.
She's going to roll her eyes a little bit and say to Garatha in her mind, that boy, I don't know what we'd ever do with him.
Okay, so Roscoe, you see Ricardo coming up.
Hey, Ricardo.
Hi, I guess I'm here to replace you for a minute.
Was it that time already?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I think I got all the excitement, so you're going to have a quiet day.
Yeah, I hope so.
Don't fall asleep this time, okay?
No, never. Hey, what you got drinking there?
It's my own concoction, and you can't have any.
You know it's so cold out here. I gotta keep warm, man.
Okay. So I'll give him, pull out one of my little cups.
Okay.
Not my pint, but
His
my
collapsible cup.
my collapsible cup. Yeah. And I'll pour a little bit in. I'm like, it's my peach stuff. Here you go.
Oh, Ooh, yes, that.
But that's all
warms
you
me right
get.
up. Fine. Okay, so he kind of sits in the chair that's right by the gate, and you're free to wander in.
Yeah, I'll grab my gear, grab my glaive, and wander back into town and go find my hut and put my stuff away, and probably wander down to the tavern for a little bit.
Perfect. Okay, so as you're going down and you're kind of relaxing on your way down, you actually run into Dracaris. And he's like, Roscoe, how are you, my friend?
I'm gonna straight up, come to attention almost. Oh, hello, sir. Just finished up with gate duty. Is there anything you needed me to do before I call it a night?
Actually, yes, I heard that somebody has come to town. Do you know who they are?
I didn't catch a name, but it was a ranger. She was here. She said she was here like 6 months ago. You might know her. She went off to check in with Boss Man, and I'm not sure where she went from there.
Okay, I'll go talk to Bellerin. If you see Boudreaux, Lila, and that bard guy, I never can remember his name. If you find them and that ranger, you bring them to the meeting. You're invited as well.
Did we do something wrong?
No. Just bring them, collect them, and bring them along.
Okay. When's the meeting?
It's in about a half hour.
Okay. I will. I'll go round them up. Start with the tavern, I guess.
Oh, and Roscoe, if you see Mendrick around, don't let him know what you're up to.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I'll scuttle off towards the tavern.
Perfect. And as you're going along, like, you're kind of confused why Mendak's not invited. So everybody that's there present at the Hollow right now, except Henley, you would know that Mendak came into town with Colin. Mendak is a merchant. He is kind of the financier for this place. He's been getting you supplies here. He has a system where he actually airdrops. He has some giant eagles that he has that airdrop supplies
Oh, dang.
to Hayden's Hollow. However, it's very expensive, and he lets everybody know it. He's nice enough, but he's kind of forced himself in a leadership position here, so the council is not a fan of him, but he's there. They're dealing with him because he's able to get supplies.
So he's not an official member of the council. He just kind of is pretending to be.
Correct.
Okay.
He's like, I'm the one who finances this, therefore I should have a say. That's kind of the feeling that you guys get from him. But other than that, he seems like a pretty decent guy. He is a little flashy with his clothing. Like, it is winter, so he has this big old bear cloak type idea that he wraps himself around in. Very fancy type idea. Okay, so you head down to the tavern.
All right. So I'll go in the tavern and I'll kind of look around and nod to Colin. I'm sure I'll see him a little bit and stuff. So I'm going to start looking around.
Hi, Roscoe.
How are you?
I'm good. Fenrir and I were just talking about his stories.
I think your story's going to have to wait, though, sir. We, as well as you, Henley, right?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go to the council meeting in a half hour.
Yeah, Bellerin invited me earlier.
Jakaris. I just ran into Jakaris. He said to round you guys up, as well as Boudreaux and that weird half-orc person. Do you guys know where either of them would be right now?
Boudreaux was here a minute ago.
Hey, Colin.
Yes.
Do you know where Boudreaux's at?
Oh, he's probably in there concocting some concoctions with Willow. He came and got my kale.
Oh, just over at the healer's hut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, thank you. Meeting starts, I guess, in about half hour. If you guys want to head up that way, I'll...
Is that at Bellerin's place?
Yes. Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
be
Yeah.
up there. So,
We'll get headed up there.
okay. I will go see you guys up there. And then I guess I will wander across the street to the healer's hut.
Yep, you can go there.
Okay. So I'm going to pop in, and I was like, hey, Boudreaux.
Oh, hey, what up, yeah?
Hey, you in the middle of anything?
Oh, nope, we just don't finish up.
Okay. I just ran into Jakaris.
Oh, no, what happened this time?
Yeah, I asked the same thing, and he said nothing this time. We're okay. But apparently we need to go. We've been invited to the council meeting this morning.
Well, look here. Well, all right, where you want me?
Just up at Boss Man's hut. So in about half hour or so.
I'll be right there.
All right. Have you seen Lila around at all?
Lila. Oh, no. No.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll keep wandering around out there. Thank you.
Well, we see you later, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, I forgot about that meeting. This is Willow speaking. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're going to go on some special mission.
What?
Well, you're just going to have to find out. He asked me to go, but I can't. Because I have to stay here in Cock Thieves. But I think you're you're intelligent enough to figure things out. You're going to head up to the plateau and figure out what's going on up there.
Well,
See if the ground's good enough to plant some stuff.
Well, all right then. Guess I'll see you later too.
Yeah, of course. But I still need your help a little bit.
Right now?
Right now, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I'll stay for a little longer.
You still got a half hour. You're fine.
He starts fiddling with the tools again.
Okay.
As in working.
As in being productive. Okay. Yes, Lila.
Lila is going to be up, but is Mal there still?
Mm-hmm. Mal's still there.
So I am going to be up there, and I'm going to be in the middle of telling her a story.
Perfect.
And we're just outside of her shop.
Okay, the Maven Rick's.
Yes.
Maven Rick shop.
So I don't know if that's where you want to find me or not. If you're just like wandering.
I think it would be
around.
kind of common that Mal and Lila are good friends.
Yeah.
That's probably where she is.
Yeah, that'll be my next stop.
Okay.
So I'll wander back up that way and kind of just poking my head in different shops on my way up just to make sure she hadn't stopped by somewhere or anything. But
The blacksmith shop and
Yep.
stuff like that. Yep.
okay.
Perfect.
So I'll get back there and be like, hey, Lila.
And as he's walking up, I'm going to be saying, and that's how I figured out not to mess with skunks.
I think that's a good one.
I'm just
I'll
gonna
have to remember that one.
stop a few extra feet back.
Oh, Roscoe, you're here.
I almost feel offended
Yeah.
by her reaction.
Yeah, I guess so.
Becky feels offended. Lila does not.
Good story?
It was entertaining. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
well,
gonna put Fenrir to the challenge of
Oh
telling
no, I
stories.
would never try and take that man's place.
well, I hate to interrupt your story session, but I'll look it over at Lila and I'm like, we have a meeting to go to. We've been summoned to the council this morning.
Oh, by who?
Dracarys stopped me and said round you and a couple other people up.
Dracarys. Oh, all right. Well, when's this meeting taking place, sugar?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Honey, do you think I can get all dolled up for this meeting in 10 minutes? I should have been the first one that you came and saw. This will have to do. All right, let's go.
Okay, so time passes. It's now time for the council meeting. You guys head over to where the Bellerin's office. Bellerin is a dwarf. He's kind of middle-aged for a dwarf. Still has his black hair. It's not going gray yet. Has a beard down to his belly. In there as well, Dracarys is there. Dracarys is a large dragonborn, blue dragonborn. And he's kind of the leader, as you guys would know. He's kind of the leader of the militia. He is also a known druid, and which is kind of rare for him to expose himself, because in this world, druids have been hunted by the Trigroven for some reason. And so a lot of them have gone underground, but he seems to still be open about it. There, you also see his kind of second-hand woman, Juna Locke. She's a purple tiefling who has pure yellow eyes, so you can't see any pupils. She just has pure yellow eyes. She's kind of more over the scouting and intel part of kind of the militia, trying to keep things safe.
What was her last name?
Locke. Juna Locke. There as well, you see a rock gnome. He's short. He has lots of scars on his hands. He's pretty bundled up for the cold. But on his hands, you can see he's pretty scarred up. His face is pretty scarred up. And his name is Caudal Gear Grind.
Okay.
And he's kind of the one that's over the canyon wall excavation.
And what did you say? He's a rock gnome?
He's a rock gnome. He's on the grumpy side, that he's always pressing for time. It's like, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. Get it done, get it done, get it done. But he's very nice to all the workers. He's got that soft side, but he likes to crack the whip sometimes.
So nothing like the Seven Dwarves type of situation,
No.
other than maybe grumpy.
Other than grumpy. Yeah. And that's all that's there right now. Bellerin sees you guys enter. You guys kind of come in sporadically.
I will probably come in with Roscoe since he's the last person that I saw and we only had 10 minutes and she's going to be in the middle of a story again. Not that she's just constantly talking. So
Gotcha.
he's probably just tuning me out at this point. But
Just walk in. I'll probably be right ahead of her. And I'll walk in. And are you already in there?
Yeah, I'm assuming Henley and I walked over
Yeah, we walked over
relatively quickly.
So I'll walk in and I'll kind of look at you and just be like,
help.
Rolling your eyes.
and I'll
I
wander
like
over.
how already my character's the one that like nobody really likes.
No, it's not that we don't like you. We
I
just don't like
haven't
your
met
stories.
you yet. I just haven't met you yet.
This makes me so happy.
Okay, and so Boudreaux, you kind of a little late because Willow's kind of keeping you there, and you're like, I gotta go, but no, hold on, we're almost done. So you end up there too. So Bellerin's like, okay, it looks like everybody's here. It looks like everybody's here. I had Dracarys invite you all here for an important task. The last scouting party that went up to the plateau where we were going to see if we can plant some crops up there have not come back. It's only a 2-day journey, and it's been 4. There's been no notice of anything. They were supposed to go up there and investigate the lifts, ropes being cut, and they have not come back. So we have decided that you guys are the best to do it, Boudreaux,
Boudreaux, the best of the best, yeah?
because Willow's not available.
That rude, man.
He says that you're capable of seeing the land up
I
there.
am more than capable.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You excuse?
Anyways,
I love Boudreaux so much.
Damn, Dave's in trouble already.
You can see the guilt just wash over him.
Fenrir, we have invited you to go to kind of map out the place.
He don't tell a story. That's what he really there for.
To see what kind of pass we can get up there a little faster than it, just in case the lifts go out again after we figure out why they were cut.
I
See
can
what other
help
paths
with
can
that
go.
too.
Yes, Henley, that is also why you were here. We know that you're a ranger and trained in tracking, so maybe you can find out what happened to our previous scout troop.
I'll see what I can do to help.
Perfect. And Lila, I know that you just got back off of one, but we could use your muscle on this one.
She's gonna flip back her hair over her shoulder and be like, "You got it, sugar."
Thank you. Roscoe, you're going to take point on this one.
He's gonna like straighten up and be like, yes.
Dracarys has spoken highly of you, and that your motivation and you're just gung-ho to do it.
Well, I definitely won't let you down.
I know you
Roscoe
won't.
the man.
There is a slight eye roll from Lila going on.
Abby wanted to make a joke about down. He was short. But Henley wouldn't do that.
So suddenly the door just gets swung open. And
The door?
The door behind you gets swung open. And in comes a middle-aged human. He has dark brown hair with like a thick. His facial hair is a lot like Iron Man's facial hair, type again. And he comes strolling in. He's looks around at everybody. He's like, "I do not appreciate being left out of this meeting, Bellerin. I am part of the council." Bellerin you see him kind of roll his eyes a little bit. And he's like, "Yes, of course. It was absent-minded of me. Please come in." Mendrick, as you guys would know him, Mendrick Weathers, comes in and he's like, "What are the rest of these doing here?"
So he doesn't like us? He thinks we're lower than him? I don't like him already.
Drakkar speaks up, kind of puffs out his chest. He's like, "These are our other scouts that are going to be heading out to find the other ones." Mendak kind of rolls his eyes. He's like, "I'm telling you, I can get some hired men. They will find the problem, and fix it. You don't need to waste your refugees to finding what the problem is. These guys are not trained to do such things."
Oh no, wait a second.
I'm trained.
"And who are you?"
My name's Henley. I'm a ranger. And I'll pull out my ranger certificate. Like,
And he snags it from you, and he looks it over. He's like, "I'm sure that you're leading this group." And he kind of looks at Dracarys. And he's like, "Nope, Roscoe's going to take this point." And you see Mendick like roll his eyes. He's like, "I'm sure he has good heart, but I don't think he's capable to handle the challenge."
I'm going to walk right up to him.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is he?
He's about 6 foot.
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's great. 'Cause he's
So
like 3 foot.
I'm glaive in hand. I'm going to walk right up to him. Like, look up to him. Like, "I could take you anytime, Twinkle Toes."
He's like, "Yes, I'm sure you could, after a few peach meads."
Oh no, yeah. No.
All right. This is getting out of Mendrick. They are going on this. I'm sure that your men are well capable, but as you know, we cannot afford that. "Ah, yes," Mendrick speaks up. "This is another thing I wanted to bring up. I see that around the Hollow there has been low supplies, and it seems like you need to order some more. But, of course, payment is also due." And Bellerin kind of is like, "Yes, we have gotten the ore back. It's not as much as we thought it was. But hopefully this will cover us so we can receive more supplies." Mendrick kind of sits back with a smile, and he's like, "Okay, I'm sure we can figure stuff out. I hope that this ragtag group can solve the problem up there. So then you can create your own harvest and not have to depend on others."
Now we gonna do a good job.
I'm
You
just gonna
stop that.
keep looking at him.
He's just standing straight in front of him still.
Just that's right.
Hey, Mendrick, do you know of anything about how the ropes were cut?
"No, I do not."
Can I roll a perception check?
Roll me an insight check.
the first roll of the game. Dun, dun, dun.
11.
11. You see no lying in him type idea. His stance doesn't change or anything. It's almost like he doesn't care
Got it.
type idea. Anyways, I will go look at the ore and see what kind of price we can negotiate. He turns around and he leaves, going to the blacksmith's.
I'm so glad that guy gone.
I'm gonna go over and look at Bellerin and whisper, "Sugar, you sure you don't want me to take him out?"
And he kind of chuckles a little bit. "Well, sadly, we are indebted to him. He has kind of given us the supplies and money that we need to keep these people alive. Hopefully,
Yeah.
once the plateau, hopefully there's we can get enough harvest off the plateau once things get going that we don't need him anymore. You can see Dracarys, his mouth is kind of sparking a little bit. He's like, I really don't understand why we have to have him. We could have settled things without him. Yes, but Bellerin speaks up. Yes, but it would have been more difficult. But back to the task on hand. You can leave when we would like you to leave within the hour. So gather your supplies. I'm sorry this is short notice, but we really need to know what happened to those scouts. They're 2 days overdue, and we have no idea what happened to them.
Who was that guy?
Filth. That's who.
Not that right.
Mendrick, this is Bellerin talking. Mendrick Weathers, he is a merchant. And he's been kind of supplying. He came with Colin when Colin returned. He came with Colin, and he's been able to supply us with the things that we've needed here. Clothing, food. Not a super abundance, but it's kept us alive. We've spent a lot of resources getting them here. Having him airdrop it because we can't get carts down at this time of winter.
He used the really big eagles, yeah?
And he's dropped some supplies to us. And so now he's kind of asserted himself as one of the council. But I'm hoping that the mine can pick up and we can get rid of him and support ourselves.
Thank you.
Lila's going to speak up and say something to sort of... Garath is with Dracarys on this one. He's no good. Shouldn't have come in the first place.
Okay. Go get your supplies. Go get ready. And if you need any help, you just ask, and we'll see if we can get you whatever you need. Thank you for listening to Tones of the Chaos Bard. We would like to send a special thanks to D.A. Nichols. She's the one who's written this music and the lyrics for these songs. She's an accomplished composer and writer. She's written several musical melodramas that Abby, Elsie, and I have been able to be a part of. She has also written an RPG, campaign setting and adventure book. The RPG is called Shields of Power, and you can find that on drivethrurpg.com. Link in the show notes. Again, guys, thanks for listening.